What is communication? Communication, it refers to any process or behavior that allows organisms to send and receive information. Animal communication most often takes place between members of the same species. This is called interspecies. Animals also takes place between members of different species. This is called intraspecies. There are 4 types of animal communication. Animals communicate using signals which can include visual communication, chemical communication, tactile communication, and auditory communication. Let's look into the types of animal communication. We look first on visual communication. Visual communication involves signals that can be seen. Visual communication may include gestures, facial expressions, body postures, and coloration. Gesture and posture are widely used visual signals. It is commonly used in mating rituals and may place other signals such as bright coloring. Changes in coloration also serve as visual signals. For example, in some species of monkeys, the skin around a female's reproductive organs becomes brightly colored when the female is in the fertile stage of her reproductive cycle. The color change signals that the female can be approached by suitors. Then, the bright coloration of some toxic species, such as the poison dart frog, acts as a do not eat warning signal to the predators. On the other hand, facial expression is also used to convey information in some species. For instance, what is known as the fear grin is shown on the face of the young chimpanzee. This expression is used by young chimpanzees when approaching a dominant male in their troop to indicate they accept the male's dominance. The second type of animal communication is chemical communication, or it is also known as pheromones. A pheromone is a secreted chemical signal that used to trigger a response in another individual of the same species. Pheromones are especially common among social insects such as ants and bees. It may attract the opposite sex, raise an alarm, mark a food trail, or trigger other. The fun fact of chemical communication, which is dogs also communicate using pheromones. We move to the next types of animal communication, which is tactile. Tactile communication, or also known as touch, is an important form of communication for many animals. Touch is used to comfort, to establish dominance, and to establish bonds. Touch is very important in many primate species because they are social animals. They live in large groups. By touching, it helps the group form bonds and stay peaceful. Dolphins have skin that is quite sensitive to even the lightest touch. It much like skins of human beings. Dolphins are known to rub their bodies up against each other, but also to engage in intricate rubbing behaviors using the pectoral fins. Dolphins will rub their fins into the fins of other dolphins, engaging in a behavior that looks a lot like holding hands. They will also rub their bodies of their friends, moving their fins rapidly over the face, flank or genital region, producing what is likely to be a pleasurable sensation. Sea otters are playful animals. It also communicates through tactile signals. They also use touch to establish social bonds and to scent mark. Otters often rub their faces together and touch noses. Let's look into the last types of animal communication, which is auditory communication. Auditory communication is the use of sounds to send and receive information. Auditory communication is particularly important in birds. They use sounds to communicate warnings, attract mates, signal other birds to flock together, and for other important purposes. Functions of communication. Some of the most common functions of communication are for group spacing and coordination, and then for recognition, reproduction, organism and social status, alarm, finding food, giving and soliciting care, soliciting play, and synchronization of hatching. Communication is necessary for cooperation among members of a species. Study of animal communication, beyond being of interest, helps to further an understanding of human behavior and the role communication plays in human affairs more generally.